In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a post two different ways. The first way is using the commands menu down in the bottom left-hand corner. So I'm going to click on that and I'm going to hit create post, and it's going to take me to a menu showing me all the different types of posts we have available on our website. Most of them are very specific and you probably won't be using them, but there are a few that are really popular, and I have tutorials on each of those which you can also watch. For this particular one, I'm just going to use your basic post, which is the first one right here, and I want to make sure I click on the box, not the edit menu. So I'm going to click there and it's going to take me to an editing menu. And sometimes you may have copy that you are just going to type in here, but most of the time you may have a document already set up in Word or a PDF that you want to copy from. So that's what I'm going to do in this case. So I'm actually going to be adding a news article to the communications department page. So I'm going to go over to my Word document and I'm going to copy the title. Every post needs a title. And I'm going to paste it in there, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to copy the subtitle. You don't have to have a subtitle, but in this case I do, so I'm going to add that as well. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to copy all of my content, so the meat of the article, and then paste it in this big text box. So this is where most of your content should go. And when I paste it in here, it removes all formatting that was in the Word document. So I didn't really have that much, but I did have some paragraph breaks, and you'll now notice that those have been removed. The reason the program does that is because it needs to know where you want that formatting, and it's actually going to code in the background where you want things to be bold, where you want paragraph breaks, etc. So you have to kind of start from scratch and then build those pieces in. So all you need to do is move your cursor around and add your hard returns, and then you can get rid of any extra spaces that appear. So I'm just going to go through and do that right now. And then actually this section right here after my colon, I really want it to be a bullet list. So I'm going to highlight the whole thing, and then using this formatting menu up here at the top, I'm going to select the bulleted list. And then it indents it and adds the bullets for me. Once I have my copy in there, I need to go to this section on the side, and I need to find where I want this post to be, what page I want it to be on. So I have to scroll all the way to my communications department page, and there are quite a few pages on our district website, so don't worry if you can't find it the first time. You can go through your section at the top and really look for it. So I'm scrolling, and there I am. Okay, there's the communication. So I want to check that box. Now, I could have this post appear on multiple pages if I want it to. And if you want that to happen, you just need to check more than one box. So know that that's always an option. Okay, so I've added my copy and I've added my navigation term, so where the post will appear on what page. And then I want to scroll down to this bottom section, and this is kind of the auxiliary information that's going to be associated with the post. So this is where you would add any images, any file attachments, and related links. So the way that this website is set up is that it's going to format images for you. So it's going to tell you, it's going to put images in a certain place on every post. It's going to do the same thing with file attachments. So you don't really have to make any decisions about that. It's going to do it for you, but you have to make sure you enter it in the right spot. So for this particular article, I do have an image. So I'm going to make sure that first tab is selected, and I'm going to browse for my image. And then I'm going to select it and open it. And then once I have the address listed in there, I'm going to hit upload so that the image is actually uploaded to the website. And when it's completed, it'll actually put a little thumbnail in this particular section. And then it gives you a big text box if you want to actually put a caption for the photo in there as well. If you have more than one photo, you can just go down here and hit add another item, and then it'll give you another place where you can upload a photo. You can do that as many times as you like. But only one photo will actually show up on the post as your feature photo. The rest of them will be shown in kind of a slideshow format. So in this particular example, I don't have any file attachments or related links, so I'm going to leave those alone. And I'm actually going to scroll down to the very, very bottom, and I'm going to hit save. When you hit save, it is going to take you back to the website, and it's going to show you a draft of your post. And you'll see it's got an orange background, and that means that it's in draft form. And draft form just means that it is a post that is not viewable by the general public. Only people who have admin credentials can see it. And this way you can review your information, how it's going to look on the website before you make it live or publish it. So in this case, you want to look through it. You want to make sure the image looks right, that you have no spelling mistakes, that the formatting came out correctly, all those sort of things. Now you'll also notice this is a very long post, and on our pages we don't necessarily want to show full posts. We want to show an abbreviated version of a post so that when the visitor is looking at your page, they can scroll through it quickly and kind of find the information they're looking for, and then if they want to read the whole post, they can click the post title or the read more button and see more information. This ability to just see a little part of the post is called a teaser, and it's very common in news websites like CNN and stuff. You may remember seeing that sort of thing. So in order to kind of see how that's going to look on the page, I need to go over to the communication department page and take a look as well. So the page that your post appears on is always going to be listed here on the left-hand side. So you can just click that link and it's going to take you to the page. And now you'll notice that it does look slightly different. It has shortened it so that there is a read more link after the second paragraph. So in this case, this looks pretty good, but the website automatically selects where this read more button will go, and sometimes it's in the middle of a sentence, sometimes it just doesn't look exactly right. So we do have the ability to manually tell the website where we want that button to appear. So I will show you how to do that when we go back and edit. So again, I want to look at this and see how it looks. You'll see that the draft appears above the other post that was on this page. So they're always going to appear in chronological order. And you just want to take a look and make sure everything looks okay in this view as well before you go back and edit. And to edit, you go up into the upper right-hand corner and you click this little notepad icon and you select Edit this post. And it's going to take us back to that editing menu. Now, so everything looked great to me, but I do want to change where that read more button appears, where the teaser button is. So how you do that is I want it to appear after this first paragraph. So I'm going to add a return here, and then I'm going to go to this final little formatting button on the menu bar, which is called the teaser button, and I'm going to press it. And you'll see it adds this break piece right here. Now if I go back to the very bottom and hit save, I can review how the document looks now. And you'll see now that read more button appears right after that first paragraph. So I think that looks pretty good, but there is one other option I want to show you. So again, I'm going to hit this notepad icon and I'm going to hit edit this post. And in this case, I am going to remove that page break by just deleting it. And I'm going to go to the very, very bottom of this post, so the very last piece. And I'm going to add the read more button right there. And you'll see I don't have anything after it. I don't have a period, I don't have a space, I don't have a page break. It is the very last thing on this particular post. And I'm going to save it. By putting that teaser break at the very, very end, it actually removes the Read More button completely. So now on my communications page, I can see the entire post, and there's nothing on the bottom that I can click to go see the post because the whole thing is actually here. So in some cases, you may have a post that may have just enough information where the website automatically adds that Read More button, and you want to remove it because maybe there's only like a few words after the Read More button when someone clicks on it. And it doesn't really make sense to make someone click on that post to only read 5 more words. You can use the Read More button at the very end and get rid of that functionality. Sometimes you just want to make sure someone reads the entirety of a post because it's too important for it to be behind the Read More button. So that's another instance where you may want to use that at the very end of your post. But in this instance, I do want it to be at the end of that first paragraph. So again, I'm going to go back and edit one more time. And you can see you can make changes by just going back and saving, editing, saving, editing. And I'm going to go to the very bottom, and I'm going to get rid of that page break. And then I'm going to go after that first paragraph, hit another return, and hit the page break. So just adding it back where I had shown you earlier. And then now that I know, I have it where I want it, I can actually go and publish this document. So hitting this last tab called Publishing Options, if I select this top checkbox right here and hit save, it's actually going to publish this post so that it is live and it's viewable by the general public. And you'll see that that orange background has been removed and it's now white, and that shows you that the post has been published. So let's say that you're adding another post to the communications department page. You can turn on this content zones button in the bottom right hand corner, and then when it's on, you can actually hover over the area where posts are added. You'll see how that works right here, and then you can select plus post, and you'll be given that same menu of post types, and you can select the one you want, and it will take you to the editing menu. Now, the nice thing about using content zones instead of the commands menu is if I scroll down here on the side menu of where this post is going to appear, and I go to my communications page, if I use the commands menu, again, I have to select it myself. If I use content zones, it actually selects it for you. So it's a little bit of a shortcut. It automatically adds the navigation term to this post. So that is the main difference between the two. I'm just going to exit out of here. But when you're familiar with adding posts, I really suggest you use the content zones button because it just saves you one extra step